Tailspin, another game from Disney that didn't come out in Japan, believe it or not. Out of all the Disney licensed games, this one's fine. This one's good. I like it the least. But it's actually not so bad. Target Renegade with the frosted tips. This is the sequel to Renegade. This is totally not the dude from Die Hard. And it is, it's the sequel to Renegade. The Immortal, what a great game here. Isometric, love the animation, super hard. Just has the best death sequences ever. Time Lord, I know I talk about Time Lord a lot on this channel here. I love Time Lord, and when I say that, I mean I love the first 3 or 4 levels. That's all I've ever played of it. I've never beaten this game because it gets too hard. Because trying to figure out how to get the other orbs. But I like the fact that the different levels are different eras. Total Recall, love the movie. Total Recall, probably my favorite Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. And a decent-ish, it's more nostalgia for me to play this game. Toxic Crusaders, another one of those later release games. I love Toxic Crusaders. It has the different levels. It's a great beat 'em up. There's not a whole lot of great arcade-style beat 'em ups for the NES. There's only a few of them. I mean, and they're all pretty decent, I guess. This one's really, really good. Trog. Love me some Trog. Trog's one of those games where people are like, oh my god, do you remember Trog? Do you ever play Trog? Because some people haven't. And some people, this is what they have. You know, it's people who love Trog really, really, really like Trog. Think a little bit, I mean, not exactly like Pac-Man, but like Pac-Man where you have to get all the blue eggs. But you can also, attack the other enemies, and if they get you, they will eat your body. That's how that works. Ultima Warriors of Destiny, this is an odd angle to be at. This is like you're looking zoomed in from the International Space Station angle. What a weird angle. Wayne's World, well, I mean, it's collectible, so if you have it for cheap, good for you. Not the best platformer here, but it's something. Where's Waldo never came out in Japan, and I'm okay with that. It's a game that was made right here in the United States, I believe. We can look for Waldo together. If you see him, shout him out in the comments. And there he is. Perfect. And along with Where's Waldo, we also get the Great Waldo Search, done a little bit differently, where you can, the bigger levels, but also Waldo is a lot easier to find in this, for sure. We got Who Framed Roger Rabbit. I like this game a lot, even though it's a little also kind of convoluted on where to go, what to do, only because on the overworld map, all the buildings look the same. Like, there's not really a call for like, oh, over here is this building, over here is that building, or this is, there's like the hotel. It's like, well, of course that's a hotel. They're all hotels, it seems like in this game, or office buildings or something. And yes, Japan did get a Roger Rabbit game, but their Roger Rabbit was our Bugs Bunny's Crazy Castle. So, weird enough. This is our Roger Rabbit game. I like it okay. We had Widget, and they didn't, which is too bad. Another very late release game here. And a totally decent kind of, action-style game here. Based on a Saturday morning cartoon, I believe. I never watched it. Oh, we talked about Iron Sword earlier. This is Wizards and Warriors 3. I swear this is not done by the people who did Wizards and Warriors 1 and 2. They tried. There was a Wolverine game. Wolverine gets his own game for the NES, and this one actually isn't such a bad game. It really isn't. Apologize about the audio quality difference here. Turns out these ones didn't record for some reason, so I'll just record them straight into the laptop. WWF WrestleMania. There's a few WWF games that we got that they didn't. One of them being WWF WrestleMania. You can play as Bam Bam Bigelow. You gotta love it. Also, WWF Steel Cage Challenge. You got the Steel Cage Challenge from WWF on the NES. Did not come out in Japan. Shout out to IRS playing them in this round. And we did get, but they did not, King of the Ring. Show some love to Razor Ramon here. They did get WrestleMania Challenge, the one that has like Ultimate Warrior on it. So, they got that game, but we got these other games. Yay us, I guess, huh? Remember Wolverine? Well, he's in the Uncanny X-Men now. This one came out first. Wolverine came out later. I'm just going alphabetical, kinda. But here's the X-Men game that we got. I don't need to say much about it. Xenophobe is another game, or maybe it's Xenophobe. I always call it Xenophobe, though. 3-player on the arcade, 2-player at home. From Sunsoft, Bally Midway. I liked this game in the arcade because it was cool to see what the next room was. And you can pick up a lot of different weapons, a lot of different items, play with a friend. It was just kind of a cool little game here. Didn't port the best to the NES, but it was fine for what you had. Especially with the only had a couple of buttons to use. The Young Indiana Jones Chronicles. It was a TV series. It was a huge book series. And even had a couple of video games. And the NES game, if you've never played it, it's actually really good. You should check it out sometime. And you can, if you're in the United States, if you're looking for the Famicom version, You ain't gonna find it, because it never came out for the Famicom. Zen Intergalactic Ninja. Yeah, we could do Zen Intergalactic Ninja. Why not? This is another one of those later release games. Isometric when you're moving. Was this based on a comic? I believe it was. One that I'm not very familiar with, I say in a questioning tone to my voice. Please tell me in the comments. Zen Intergalactic Ninja. How about it?